More combat mission Black Sea for the NATO side, and man, this turn is actually pretty exciting. The pace of combat is really starting to pick up here, and casualties are mounting on both sides that you can see, so real actual combat starting to happen, and it is as deadly as you think modern combat should be. So this turn, you take a whole bunch of casualties. There's a big running firefight up here. There's some back and forth. You see some casualties you cause. Around here, there's lots of helicopter bombardment you see for most of the turn. Down here, you actually lose the T-64 that was hunting along. I'll go look at that in a sec. Over here, the American company cleans up the elements that had been engaging them nicely. They capture one man and kill the survivors. The artillery bombardment coming down here is almost about to kick off. And the next Apache, the other Apache, which is in this area, is going to arrive in 3 minutes, so just after this video. So, that's a lot to take in, that's a lot to look at, so let's get started. So, first thing we're going to look at is this area, because there's a lot of fighting. Fighting continues over here. Let's let me adjust my microphone so maybe people can actually hear. Fighting's in this area. You take 2 casualties in this squad by the end of the turn. Lots of grenades getting tossed back and forth. These guys start shooting back, this guy throws a grenade, some of these guys die. Lots of fire pouring in on these guys from all directions. These guys end up taking a whole bunch of casualties too, they are completely pinned. So these 2 squads receiving a lot of fire. You put some out too. You definitely kill a guy in here, at least 1 casualty in this area. You can see he's dead right there. But the running firefight continues for pretty much the entire turn. Just tons of gunfire, as you can hear. Radio's going crazy. This is turning into a bloodbath, and I'm loving it. You have lots of Russian infantry contacts. It's crazy. The sound of assault rifles doesn't stop for this entire turn. So you got some guys right here getting engaged by the end of the minute. You have these guys down here lose the contacts, and they're getting mauled up pretty badly, actually. These 2 guys died to grenades. One was friendly. This guy got shot. He got shot by... This guy's dead, and you got shot from right here. Let me see. I think these guys all died to grenades. Now, this explosion at the end, I'm not sure what that is. That could be enemy fire, but it could also have been an Apache rocket. I'm not sure. Generally, through the rest of the turn, Apaches are shooting here, so it could have been an Apache rocket, and there could be enemies right here, or it could have been something else. I honestly don't know at this point. Another thing you pick up is an infantry contact flanking around here. So this guy is kind of behind where most of your first company guys are moving. So that does it for this sector for the first minute. Very exciting, big running firefight. Now over here in kind of the middle sector, and you're going to hear this radio over and over as I go back and forth on a turn. But over here, I'm going to look at what these tanks are doing. This infantry moves up into positions. You can see them all like ants running behind the tanks. This Abrams actually gets bogged briefly. It gets out of it, thankfully. But you almost lose a very expensive asset to terrain. So you see missiles keep landing back here. I think those are HE rockets from the Apaches. You get a contact here briefly. The Oplot spots it, takes a pot shot at it, barely misses, goes just over its head, lands in the tree line. So rockets raining down, your tanks are shooting. Lots of things are happening. Down here, you lose a tank. So, I'm going to keep it going again. So your tank completes its hunt order to right about here. It sits still for a couple seconds. My roll 20 goes off, it's not turn off chat, and it gets nailed by an armor-piercing shot. So, you can see it's a clean penetration, going by the decals. It goes in one end, comes out the other. No survivors. This BTR of Merry Marauders is presumably spared the same fate because it's hiding behind this other BTR. You can't see it yet. And you have another BTR in the same area, so right over here. So something is covering this road that shoots gigantic 120mm armor-piercing shells. So while I'm here on the command phase for the NATO side, I'm going to just take a look at this arty mission you have coming in. This may have been a spotting round for this mission because all your mortars are now in the spotting phase and they're less 1 round of ammunition. So there should be some mortar rounds in the air that I maybe missed. We check on the map. Yeah, so some of these guys, I think it's this battery here, they're firing their mortars, and so this mission will go into fire for effect as soon as these guys see some shots land on the road, I think. Besides that, while I'm here, that's not the one. The other Apache is 2 minutes, so it'll arrive not in this video, but the next one, just as a heads up. So it's the second half of the turn for the NATO side. Right off the bat, you take some casualties up here. There's lots of grenades going back and forth, and you're in very close contact. I think these are spotting rounds. They're either spotting rounds for your mortars, or they are rockets. You can see there's lots more spotting rounds actually following. One lands here, one lands here. They'll probably go into fire for effect reasonably soon. It's quieted down over here. Nothing else happens. One of your tanks is area firing into here, but it only has like 10 shots of HE ammunition. Down here, these guys, they just get fucked up. Like, they don't see very many enemies, but they all die. That's the Ukrainian magic right there, I guess. Lots of chatter though, lots of mortars landing. You get just a ton of contacts up here. So let's go in and take a look. So up here, you are in knife fight range. You get shot at a bunch. You have some grenades. A hand grenade gets tossed there. This Russian guy runs right the fuck up to you before getting shot. So you have dead people lying right next to each other now. Everybody's the same death. You have Russians in here crawling through these woods. The HQ guys, they also take some casualties to explosives. You can see there's a big crossfire coming in from here and here. Absolute madness. So you just got a cone of fire coming in here. More Russians run up. You can see this guy's really close. This guy's running away. He's had enough. They get this guy. I'm not actually sure. Take a bunch of casualties in here. Keep shooting. Willie's other squad is here, but they can't see shit. You don't get that Russian in the end. Down here, Willie successfully dies to very little. He can't actually see what's shooting at him now, so he gets shot, picked off one at a time. You can see there's one Russian here, one Russian that you can see, one dead one, one alive one. And yeah, he kills everybody. This one guy, so one guy in this squad kills himself, and then this one Russian kills the remaining 5. So that engagement did not go as it could have. Third squad, third platoon, not very good. So yeah, this whole squad is dead by one guy. So over here you area fire with the Ukrainian tank into these woods a bunch by these contacts. But it only has 11 rounds of HE to start out with, and by the end of the turn you're down to 6 HE rounds left. So you might want to save that, because these modern tanks don't have very big ammunition loads. You can't really see if you're hitting anything. And over here, nothing happens. Americans move up, stuff moves into position, you got weapons teams setting up. This tank is still dead, something shot it over here. These guys can't see anything though, so this is a quiet front. You got your already getting called in over here. Your mortars are shooting from way in the back. These almost never even fit on the video because the map's too big. But some of these guys are shooting. So yeah, time to go into the positions summary. So to give you an overview of where stuff is, you got your first company getting really stuck in over here. They're moving up lots of vehicles to support. You have this tank here is getting kind of in range of these contacts. I don't think it'll be super useful because you have all these trees it'll have to move and or shoot through. But it's here. A whole bunch of BTRs move up. Recoilless rifles are arriving in the area, the stuff that DT Kozel ordered here a while ago. The grenade launchers and other recoilless rifle are still moving up. Weapons team unchanged. The league of BTR-less drivers and gunners. Stuff in the town. The Abrams is well on its way. Convoys moving up on the road. I gave it like a turn to kind of regroup and collect itself. This other stuff, you actually lose a BTR to a mobilization down here. Just kind of happens. Everything else is moving up, though. They're kind of rendezvousing in this general area. Grenade launchers up across the plain. Second company is pretty much all in position now. Verdant Squire's old stuff is moving up, and they load into this BTR successfully. The Merry Marauder successfully has this squad merged. Going to split off a scout and move him up next turn. Second squad is split, moving scouts up here. Third squad is here. Grey Hunter is in position, waiting for orders. The Americans have their second platoon. No, it's not second platoon. This is second platoon of the Ukrainians. They're in position. Third platoon, PT Thighs, is here. And the second platoon is here. First platoon is moving up into this area. They have a few support assets left behind. A bunch of empty strikers. You have your American mortar strikers up here too, which haven't been used the whole game, as well as the sniper and your HQ assets. But that pretty much covers it. If there's anything else I didn't think of, anything else you want to see, feel free to let me know. Go into the save yourself. But that'll do it, and I will see you next time.